If your central air conditioning system fails this summer, the HVAC technician arriving at your door cannot repair it. He will hand you a replacement quote. The average full central system replacement in America runs between $8,000 and $15,000, triggered by a $40 copper elbow failure buried permanently behind your drywall. But a growing number of homeowners have walked away from central systems entirely. They are cooling their homes on simple window units that outlast $15,000 central installations by 20 years. The strategy is called the sealed system bypass, and today I am going to show you exactly how it works. To understand the bypass, you first have to understand what you are actually buying when an HVAC company pulls into your driveway. Look at the schematic any technician will sketch on his clipboard. A central air conditioning system is two entirely separate machines, an outdoor compressor and an indoor air handler, connected by roughly 200 feet of pressurized copper refrigerant line running through your attic, behind your interior walls, and under your floors. Every single inch of that refrigerant line is sealed permanently behind your finished drywall. When it fails, no technician opens the wall to find the leak. No one diagnoses a specific failure point. No one performs a targeted repair. The only conversation on the table is full system replacement. Federal EPA regulations under Section 608 require specialized certification to legally handle refrigerant. The recovery equipment costs several $1,000s before a technician touches a single fitting. The physical access window inside a finished wall or a sealed attic chase is essentially zero. So when your system develops a refrigerant leak, and every central system eventually does, the technician does not locate the leak and fix it. He quotes full replacement. A $40 copper elbow failure, the kind any licensed plumber could swap in a single afternoon, becomes an $8,000 to $15,000 system replacement because the sealed architecture makes the $40 repair legally and physically impossible for anyone outside the HVAC trade. That is not an engineering limitation. That is a deliberate design choice. The HVAC industry will tell you that sealed systems are necessary for environmental safety and peak efficiency. That is a lie dressed in regulatory language. The refrigerant inside your central system is chemically identical in function to the refrigerant inside a $300 window unit from any hardware store. The physics are exactly the same. The difference is access. A window unit sits in your window frame, held by 4 screws, with every serviceable component reachable by hand. The filter pulls out, rinses under a tap, and slides back in under 60 seconds. The drain clears with a coat hanger. The fan motor, when it eventually wears after 15 years of daily summer use, costs $35 and ships overnight from any appliance parts supplier. Nothing is buried behind your walls. Nothing is sealed. Nothing requires a licensed technician to authorize a repair that should cost $40. The sealed system design is the surface trap, but the refrigerant phase-out cycle that the EPA runs on a quiet, decade-long schedule, one that conveniently aligns with manufacturer replacement revenue targets, is the mechanism that turns even a perfectly functioning, recently serviced central system into financial wreckage before the paint on your walls begins to fade. Every 10 to 15 years, the Environmental Protection Agency phases out the refrigerant type currently running in American homes and mandates a complete transition to the next approved generation. R22 cooled American homes for 4 decades before being banned from domestic production and import in 2020. Homeowners with fully functioning R22 central systems, compressors with decades of mechanical life remaining, watched their equipment become financially irreparable overnight. Not because the machine broke. Because the refrigerant to recharge it was no longer legally available for new production. R410A, installed in virtually every central system sold in America between roughly 2010 and 2023, is now being phased out under current EPA regulations, with R454B mandated as the required replacement beginning in 2025. Homeowners who signed brand new central system contracts in 2018 are already holding equipment that will be impossible to legally recharge within the decade. But the refrigerant cycle is not the worst part. The companies manufacturing central HVAC equipment also manufacture every replacement system they install after the phase-out strands your existing unit. They helped design the regulatory schedule that made the replacement necessary. The lobbying fingerprints are documented. The conflict of interest is not incidental. It is the revenue model, and the extraction does not stop at the refrigerant. You are paying $12,000 for a machine that reports your daily movements to a corporation that sells the data to your utility company to raise your rates. That is what modern central HVAC actually costs you. The sealed system bypass eliminates every layer of this trap simultaneously, but you are not buying any window unit off any shelf. You are executing a specific strategy targeting a specific product profile. You are looking for self-contained units built around mechanical rotary controls, physical dials that click and hold their position. Not digital touchscreens, not Wi-Fi modules, not voice assistant interfaces. The Friedrich Chill Premier series qualifies. Its mechanical thermostat dial runs independently of any circuit board, which means a board failure does not kill your temperature control. The LG-LW series qualifies for a different reason. Its chassis is engineered around a removable evaporator tray that a homeowner can slide out, inspect, and clean without any tools beyond a Phillips head screwdriver. Both series use R410A, refrigerant in configurations with standard service ports that a certified technician can access for under $200 if recharging ever becomes necessary. Both have accessible drain plugs, washable filters, and no component permanently sealed beyond a homeowner's reach. Avoid any unit marketed as smart, connected, or compatible with a home automation system. Those units embed the same data collection architecture as the central systems you are walking away from. The commercial durability proof is not theoretical. Hospital facilities directors and hotel maintenance managers have been running self-contained window and through-the-wall units for 15 to 20 years on nothing beyond monthly filter cleanings and annual coil washes with a $6 spray bottle of coil cleaner. The same commercial-grade through-the-wall units installed in budget hotel chains in 2005 are still cooling rooms today. They have never been replaced or required a licensed technician. Here is how you execute the bypass. You do not walk into a big box retailer in July when inventory is stripped and prices are inflated. You go to Facebook Marketplace and search for hotel liquidation auctions, commercial building closeouts, and estate sales. A commercial-grade Friedrich or LG through-the-wall unit in working condition sells at liquidation for $150 to $250. New, a comparable unit retails for $400 to $600. You are spending under $600 to cool a room permanently. You cool only the rooms you occupy. A 12,000 BTU unit handles up to 550 square feet. 2 units cool a standard 3-bedroom home for under $1,000 total. You own every component. You service every component yourself. No licensing required. No refrigerant phase-out scheduled to strand your investment. No thermostat feeding your occupancy data to a utility pricing algorithm. When you install a window unit, you are not just saving money. You are severing the data pipeline. You are owning a repairable machine instead of renting access to a sealed black box on a legislated replacement cycle. If you are learning something from this, hit subscribe. I cover engineering traps and financial scams hidden inside everyday home systems every single week. The appliance industry is running the exact same playbook inside your kitchen. If you want to see how your refrigerator is engineered to fail on a manufacturer's schedule and how to execute the compressor loophole to beat it, click the video on your screen.